Eastville, I'm Jeannie. We're two do-it-yourselfers who met on a sailboat in 1988. 3 houses and 4 boats later, we're refitting our 1998 Seahorse Oceaneer 55-foot steel trawler, Blue Sky. Welcome to our journey.
Good evening. I am up here at Blue Sky. Jeannie's up front playing with the bedroom. Got all these pieces cut. We're gonna put some of these guys together later.
Are you taking all of it out?
Yeah, just I want to leave some expansion room. I think they may be full dado. I think you have some options.
So that's a dado, right?
Right, that's a dado, but like these pieces, there isn't a dado for them, where on the other ones there would be, well, there'd probably be a half dado here, but the two of them would snap into.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, there is one of the boxes. We did the other boxes already up there. I'll take y'all up there. I'm gonna go shut the light off back here. And let's see, I can also show you what Jeannie did to the bed. Can you lift the cover for a sec? So the other box, we just stuck in there. Haven't put runners on it or anything like that yet, but it does at least fit inside there. Looks like it may be a little narrower than we wanted. Anyway, she played around with using those as our headboard. Almost ready for us to hop on it and spend the night.
Yep. Later.
Later. Woo. Good morning. How's everyone doing? This is the day after Helene came through. We had no major damage. We did have a reported wind of 71 knots here at the docks, and all the docks seem to do just fine. I don't know if you can see out there, but boat's fine, our house is fine. Anyway, I am up here to work on more cabinet drawers. We got, that one's all built up. Later. Okay, so there's the final cabinet. You know, a little bit of glue, polyurethane glue on the sides, and some nails. We're probably not going to put these in today. We were originally going to do that, but I think we'll do the flooring piece. It's on the agenda, and I know Jeannie's putting up our blue mushrooms right now to see how that's going. Later, there's our blue ones, because our white ones are yellowing. So we're going to try a different color. And this is actually transparent blue, so not really the greatest blue, but it's the only blue I had in TPU. Anyway, we're going to play with that. Go put one on out there.
I think they're too big. Oh, you got it on.
I've got it on. They're snug.
Yeah.
Got that one on.
You get one on and then push it over the other one.
Yeah. Okay, so now how does that blue trim look? There you go. Comment, what do you prefer? The blue ones
Or the yellow one.
or the yellow white ones? Yeah, they're the blue ones. And here are the yellowing white ones. Now what we could do is could break out the paint, and I may paint some of the white ones just to see how they are. The only issue is that being TPU, it needs to be a flexible paint because the TPU moves or can change something we'll work on. So we are going to paint this area. Go ahead and get a coat of paint on it, but that requires moving everything. Oh joy. Seems like that's just our life. We're always moving crap. Sorry, moving stuff. Yeah, well, for that too. Okay.
We just finished cutting this piece out of a whole piece of plywood. It is the cover for the hatch, so the hatch is even with the new flooring. Right now it's a big trip hazard when you walk into the boat. That's what we've done so far this morning. And Bill's been here doing other stuff. He rode his bike over here this morning while I was getting my beauty rest. And what did you do this morning?
Installed the first large drawer rails for the 4-bedroom bed.
Oh, okay. Later.
We've measured the hatch down to the equipment room. We've marked all the supports. We've cut the first one already, and now we're getting ready to cut B. It slopes front to back and port to starboard. So we have a couple different cuts going on in there. But anyway, we're going to make these. These will end up getting attached, and this is just the cutting. We'll get cutting of one here, and then we'll show how they attach and level everything out up there. There's B cut. Oops. Well, not quite. Came off clean. I want to clean that up though, because. Okay. So anyway, there's B. So we have 2/16 on that end, and look like 1 1/4 on that end.
Now we'll cut the last 3 and then attach. Okay, these wider ones we're using Craig screws, so we're drilling the Craig holes. And then he's going to do that to this one and this one.
Okay, well, we're trying to figure out where to tweak this top so that it fits. This will take. Okay, now let's drag it back in the back. Come on. Of course.
Will it fit?
Yeah.
Do you want me to pull it out?
Okay, you can. Say it fits. There are the pieces on the bottom. Well, the tiki bar didn't have any lunch, so Jeannie had to go out, so I went ahead and attached these guys. And let's see if we're anywhere close to being something useful. Yep, there we go. Yeah, came out pretty good. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. Perfect timing. Test the floor.
That's good. Oh, you want me to walk on it?
Yeah.
Did you screw it in and everything?
Yeah.
Wow. I wasn't going that long. You were quick.
Uh-huh. Well, it doesn't take that long to put those pieces in.
So we're back on the boat, and Bill is finishing up putting in the drawer slides. Okay,
Yeah.
everything's back into place. It's gonna test the slides.
Yeah, test this. Okay.
So those are the soft close.
Oh, you want to hand me a drawer? It's not straight up here in the front. Yeah, so much for the soft close working. Because it's just too tight. I can take the planer to it, or even actually a table saw, and just shave off half a blade width or whatever so that you don't have that tension.
All right, what are you doing now, honey?
So this drawer is probably 1/8 of an inch too wide. You can get it in, but it's super tight, super snug. So what I want to do is I want to just take off a little bit of wood on each side. So I made a jig here on the table saw. I'm going to push this through in just a moment and test it, and then we'll send the whole drawer through. So here was the height we wanted. And then I wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting all the way through to our part that's holding the bottom of the cabinet on, which that looks good. But I am going to we're taking probably a little bit under 1/8. I want to take it back to a 16th, I think. So I'm going to bring this back a little bit, because I'd rather take off less and come back. Still pitching the blade? Yeah, but barely. So do a little bit more there. And I'm using I have a fine adjuster set over here. Definitely taking off less there. Okay, well, let's give it a try on the whole thing.
So what did you do differently this time, honey?
Well, we raised the blade a tiny bit and pushed it out just a tiny bit more. And that seemed to get it below the flex point or whatever, where it was able to dig in nicely. Definitely cut much nicer. Let's see if this makes any difference.
Does it fit? Makes you want to be a custom carpenter, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it almost pulls it in now. And that slides really nice.
What's that sound though? It's like it's strumming a guitar string.
Yeah, well, it's like somehow it's hitting the back there. 16 3/4.
Oh, great.
That's probably a slight problem. 1/4 inch shrinkage. Might be able to push this guy over just a tiny bit.
So these two partitions aren't exactly parallel. So we're trying to scoot it over.
Push the thing in.
Okay.
Not you're on my feet.
Make your feet smaller.
Okay, now try it. Bring it back out. Okay, I just want to see if the soft close will work. Push it in. No.
Honey.
We came up here to put the drawer front on. When this leading edge is pulled all the way in, these actually pull in beyond the front of this. And what that resulted in was the drawer was now beyond the leading edge of that. So when you tried to put the cabinet door on, since these are inset ones, these guys were hitting the front of the cabinet and holding it off the wood part of the drawer. So we need to push all these guys back about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. So I'm moving them back, but also in the process of pushing them back, I realized this guy was also dipping down about 3/4 of an inch, which I think was causing some of our racking effect and making it very difficult for that door to open. So anyway, we brought it up so that front and back are pretty close to each other now. And now I'm just readjusting it for depth here.
And it's a very tight squeeze, very tight and awkward squeeze.
Tell me about it. Oh. Okay. Instead of having to try to reposition those rails again and tweak them and move the rails on the door, basically cut out little pockets, on either side of this, so that hopefully this will now sit flush up against the wood. At least that's the goal.
And what did you use to cut those out?
The router.
Okay, so will it fit? Bill's trying to set the placement of the drawer fronts.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it down to 3. Maybe.
And we're using tongue depressors.
Somewhat uniform. Okay, 3 at the bottom, 3 in the midsection. Yep, 3 at the top. Definitely snug up there. Okay, so I think that's going to be our spacing. This gives us even edges here and then even edges all the way up that way. So that was the main thing I wanted to get, was what would the best edges with the...
So are we putting that one on now?
Yeah.
So Bill's shimming the drawer front so that it's flush
Yeah,
with
flush.
the frame.
And after our disastrous attempt at putting a drawer front and knob in, Jeannie is hopefully doing something successful here.
Did
Although,
you get the knob in?
oh yeah, but it looks horrible. Anyway, Jeannie's painting. We're gonna get out of here in a little while. She
And we
just
have
stayed
a
in
dead
bed.
turtle.
Yeah, yeah, we have a dead turtle too. We didn't do anything. We just found it and
It was stuck
secured it.
between our boat and the...
Well, I think it was drifting over from ocean. Yeah, the
It's
current
supposed to
was
be
going that
stuck
way.
underneath the fender. And
Oh. Well, but you, yeah, but when you moved, did you move the fender?
Yes, I had to move the
Oh,
fender.
okay, you moved the fender and then he started drifting on over towards the center of the
I don't
dock.
think he died because of that, obviously.
No, his head's missing. Something decided to bite his head off. Anyway, so that's been our fun. Yeah, that should have been the omen. We should have just turned around and gone home at that point. You find a dead turtle at the side of your boat. Don't try to do any. Yeah, go home. Don't try to do any work on the boat. So I don't know. Is that an omen? It's an omen for us now.
I don't know. The day before wasn't much better.
Oh, I thought yesterday was pretty good.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, well, we're gonna let you go. Later.